Hey guys, we are at the Variety. What do we call this? The
House,
critic,
Variety
Critic's
House.
House. All right, with chief film critic Scott Foundas or Foundas.
That's
however
right.
you wanna do
That's right.
it. So, top three movies that you've seen so far. What are there? 145 films here this year.
Something like
Can
that.
you pick a
I
top
haven't
three?
seen all of them, but of the ones I've seen, I think my top three would be Mistress America by Noah Baumbach, which is a really terrific comedy, reuniting him with Greta Gerwig, his partner now in life and in movies. They did Frances Ha a couple of years ago, and this is really another really energetic, funny movie about young people sort of trying to figure out their lives in New York. And Greta Gerwig just gives this kind of really exuberant, hilarious screwball comedy kind of performance in this. She's terrific. Another one would be Experimenter, which is a movie about the life of Stanley Milgram, the controversial behavioral scientist who did these experiments at Yale University in the 1960s, where he would bring people in off the street and ask them to administer electric shocks to another test subject if they answered questions wrong on a multiple choice test. There were a number of movies at Sundance this year that were sort of dealing with this issue of human behavior, people's capacity to inflict harm. There was a movie about the Stanford prison experiment, but Experimenter, which stars Peter Sarsgaard as Milgram, I think is really just a kind of fascinating take on how to do a biopic. It's very unconventional. He uses a lot of sort of theatrical techniques in the way the story's told, and Sarsgaard's terrific. It's a real comeback for the director Michael Almereyda, who did Hamlet with Ethan Hawke 20 years ago and has kind of been a little bit in the indie movie wilderness since then. Yeah. And another big surprise that I liked a lot is this movie Grandma with Lily Tomlin as a kind of acerbic 70-something lesbian poet in L.A. who finds herself on this kind of odd road trip through Los Angeles with her teenage granddaughter who's trying to have an abortion. So it's a little bit like Juno meets Nebraska. Right, yes. But it's a terrific vehicle for Lily Tomlin, who hasn't really had a big leading role in a movie in a long time. And one of the other real surprises in that movie is Sam Elliott, who plays one of the people that they sort of stop off and meet on their journey. And he's a kind of mystery man from Lily Tomlin's past. And over the course of this 10 or 12-minute scene that they have together, you learn what the whole history is of these two characters, and it's incredibly powerful and moving and a huge surprise. This is a kind of low-budget indie made by Paul Weitz of the Weitz brothers, who did American Pie and About a Boy, but this is a really scrappy 19-day shoot, digital video, but it has terrific energy. I think it's probably the best thing he's ever done.
Awesome. Well, that's three of them, guys. So check them out if you can, when you can, and keep following at Hollywood for all your Sundance coverage.